guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm gonna show you how to make a single serving chicken pot pie. All right, if you're new here, hi, I'm Claire. Welcome, come on in, make yourself comfortable. We do a lot of single servings over here. We like to keep it simple. We like to keep it accessible. If you enjoy that type of cooking, be sure to hit subscribe. Today we are doing a chicken pot pie. I love chicken pot pie. It is such like a comfort food for me. And honestly, my favorite in the world is a Costco chicken pot pie, but nothing could be farther from a single serving than the one you get at Costco. And I know that you can buy like the little banquet chicken pot pies. I know that it's already a thing that exists in the freezer section, but I'm also, you know, a girly that likes to do things from scratch. And I had a bit of a rotisserie chicken left over in the fridge, and I thought this would be the perfect thing to make with it. Now, before we get started, every time I do a single serving of any kind, I'm always getting questions about the dishes that I use. So I thought I would introduce this little lady, okay? This is from Creuset, which is like a fancy French brand, okay? Pricey. You don't need to buy one of these. However, my friend got it for me for my birthday. Thanks, Janine. And I love it so much. I will link it down below. You don't need to buy a fancy French tiny ramekin, okay? Because I also have this one. It is originally from the Food Network brand, and this one I got at the thrift store for like $1. So you don't need to go buy anything super fancy as long as it's oven safe and it's about 8 ounces. You could use a 10-ounce one, you could use something a little larger. It doesn't have to be a circle. You could use a little square baker. It's okay. All right, we are gonna start with our dough. I am making a single serving of pie dough here, of crust. You don't have to do this. If you are like, that's too much, Claire, I'm not into it. You can use a store-bought pie dough. You can just unroll it, cut some out, re-roll it, put it back in the freezer. You can do that, it's okay. But I am gonna show you how I make my own because it's easy. I'm gonna start with 4 tablespoons of flour. I'm gonna add like a pinch of salt. Just 2 little shakes. Here I've got 2 tablespoons of cold butter, and we are going to cut that into the flour. You don't need any special tools. I just, you know, chop it up into little bits, and I just use my fingers. Basically, you're gonna take the flour and you're gonna like rub the butter around the flour in your hands until it becomes like a crumbly texture. Those butter pieces are what makes your pastry flaky. So that's why we do this, and that's why you don't want the butter to melt. You're gonna need about 1 tablespoon of cold water. Add a little bit at a time until it forms a dough. You might need a little more, you might need a little less. Be flexible. All right, once it comes together, you don't want to knead it. We're not trying to develop a bunch of gluten here. We want to keep the butter in its pieces. I'm gonna flatten it into a disc. Now it's time to chill it. You're gonna want to chill it for like at least 10 minutes minimum. You definitely want that butter to stay cold. So minimum 10, but you could go more than that if you needed to. And before we start our filling, a quick word from today's video sponsor, Pisces. Pisces is a sparkling strawberry lemonade drink mix with 5 grams of creatine and electrolytes in every pouch. It's made in the USA, and every batch is third-party tested to meet or exceed label claims, which is really important to me when I'm choosing supplements. If you follow me, then you already know how important convenience is to me. I know I'm much more likely to stick with a routine if it's easy to fit into my day. Pisces comes already measured in a single stick pack, so I can just grab one, pour it into a small glass with 6 to 12 ounces of cold water, and it fizzes up all on its own. It has 0 sugar, and it's sweetened with allulose and monk fruit, and the strawberry lemonade flavor is totally refreshing. So if you've been looking for a great creatine electrolyte drink, you should definitely give Pisces a try. I will leave a link in the description down below where you can find more information and to purchase. Now let's get to cooking that filling. All right, for our filling, we're keeping it easy. You know me. We've got some frozen mixed vegetables. I love a medley, okay? Makes it simple, makes it easy. We're gonna need a half a cup of vegetables. We've also got leftover rotisserie chicken that has one thigh and one leg already used off of it. Now, if you've got rotisserie chicken, this is a fabulous way to use leftovers. If you don't want to do all that, if you don't have a leftover rotisserie chicken, you can just cut up some chicken and cook it and put it in. You can also use canned chicken. You could use canned turkey. You could use canned tuna, maybe. You could also use tofu, or you could also skip the meat altogether and just make this a veggie pie as well. Use what's available, use what you like, use what is affordable. For me today, easy peasy, we're going with the rotisserie chicken. Now to make it creamy dreamy, we need cream cheese and milk. I like using this combination instead of a like cream of condensed soup because I can portion it way smaller, and we always have cream cheese in the house because we use it on other things, so works really well for me. As far as seasonings, super simple. Salt, pepper, Italian seasoning. Are we making an Italian pot pie? No. But I love an Italian blend because it has a lot of things that I love and enjoy in a savory dish. And it's convenient. All the spices are already in the blend, so that's why we're choosing it. But you could put whatever kind of seasoning you liked in there. Make a spicy pie. I don't care. Do what you want to do. All right, because our veggies are frozen, we're gonna go ahead, cook them in a pan, half a cup. I suppose while the veggies are cooking, we can go ahead and get some of this chicken chopped up. I'm gonna use a breast today. I'm gonna take the skin off. I don't want a piece of skin in my pie. This would be a great thing to do as well if you just had like little bits of chicken left on a carcass that you're just like pulling off. This would be a good way to use it. All right. It turned out to be just about one complete breast off the chicken. Okay, our veggies are definitely thawed now. So we're going to add our cream cheese in here. This is going to be 2 tablespoons of cream cheese. This is the whipped type. I don't know if it really matters which type of cream cheese you use. Wow. I'm sorry if this is making you crazy that I'm using this knife to do this. But obviously I'm using what I have, and I find it easier to measure out, you know, when it's a little bit whipped like this. And now we're going to add an equal amount of milk, so 2 tablespoons. And now you just want to like melt the cheese, turn it into a nice saucy situation here. Add a couple of shakes of pepper, a couple of shakes of salt. And I'm gonna go ahead and do half a teaspoon of this Italian seasoning, but measure with your heart. Throw garlic in there, you know, whatever you want. And now I'm gonna add my chicken. Okay, so our chicken was not frozen, so, you know, it's okay that we tossed it in right at the end. No problem. And there we go. There is our tasty filling. I am so obsessed with this little tiny thing. It's so cute and so perfect. Really stuff it on in there. You'll notice that we are just gonna put the pie crust on the top. We are not putting it on the bottom as you would in a traditional pie. That's because it was a lot of work and it didn't turn out that great. And guys, I'm not trying to like tell you to do super difficult things. We want it to be easy and tasty, and it's gonna work great this way. All right, here is our pie crust from the fridge. And now I'm just gonna roll it. And it's gonna be a little thick. This isn't gonna be a super thin pie crust, but that's okay. It's gonna be so tasty. Just get it like as even as you can. Okay, it's not important that it's perfect, but if you want it to be beautiful, you're gonna roll the edges in to make a little like crimpy outside. And if you have any big areas, just pinch it off, it's fine. Stop it. It is so cute. We need to cut some little vents on it and then we're ready to bake it. Guys, this pie is gonna be so cute. It already is, but it's gonna be even cuter when it comes out. So I have my oven set to 400 degrees. It's gonna take about 20 minutes, but keep an eye on it. You don't want her to burn, okay? It really depends on how thick you've got that crust. Everything inside is already cooked, so don't worry about anything, you know, not being like done on the inside. We really just need that crust to get crispy. Also, it's worth noting, if you really like the way these look, because I do, you don't have to just make one for you. You could make this for like everyone in your family. Everyone could have their own little pie. I'm just saying, it's a good idea. It's so cute. All right, it just dinged. Oh my gosh. This is so cute. This looks like something that should be on the Creuset like Instagram, okay? This is so cute. I am dying. Look at this. Oh my gosh. I'm so obsessed with this, you guys. This pie is so stinking cute. I can't even handle it. I want to eat it so bad, but it's not time. We have to let it cool down. It will burn you if you try too soon. Give it like 10 minutes. All right, not gonna lie, it's still a little bit hot, but I'm so hungry and it smells so good. We gotta break into it. Oh my goodness. Look at that flaky, perfect crust. There we go. Mmm. This is so much better than a frozen pot pie. Oh my gosh. I really feel like you just needed a close-up, okay? Because it's so good. I really do think that this recipe proves that you can still cook from scratch in a way that is convenient and easy and just for one. And there you go, guys. That was my single serving chicken pot pie. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. I hope you give it a try. It seriously is such a comfort food for me and one of my favorites. Of course, leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you thought. And of course, come on back for more content just like this, and I will see you in my next one. Thanks for watching. Bye!